When I popped off, then your girl gave me just a little bit of la chop. Baby, so cold, he from the north, he from the Canada. Bankroll so low, I got nothing else that I can withdraw. Ran up the dough, I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your bitch singing la 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 la, la la la. I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your bitch singing la 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 la, la la la. How I try like that. Amex, no cap, 800 they wonder how I go up like that. I rap my lyrics when I perform. They wonder how I try like that. Married to the grind, I brought my ring. I'm corny, but your goodie want the dick. Modest with my jewels, but check the bag. Finally got the money, say my thanks. When I popped off, then your girl gave me just a little bit of la chop. Baby, so cold, he from the north, he from the Canada. Bankroll so low, I got nothing else that I can withdraw. Ran up the dough, I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your bitch singing la 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 la, la la la.
Ah! What the fuck? Okay. Thank you for subscribing, whoever did that. Oh, bruh. Hi. Okay. Okay. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Hi. Twisted Doctor, right? Hello. Today we're going to be looking at this guy's response. If you aren't up to date on the allegations against this dude, Twisted Doctor, Sleepy King, whatever you want to fucking call him, I don't care. Everybody's going to call him Sleepy King, okay? Everybody's going to call him Sleepy King. That's what they know him as, all right? That's what they fucking know him as. But anyways, for those who haven't seen my last live stream or the Google document, this guy's fucking weird, man. This guy's fucking weird. So, Twisted Doctor was accused of engaging in inappropriate conversations. Not necessarily like, oh, I wanna fuck you, I wanna fuck you, I wanna fuck you. But, fetish roleplay, drawing fetish art and sending it to minors. Drawing suggestive shit around minors. Which, for context, a lot of this started when he was 16 up until he was about 19 or 20. That's around when it ended. However, at 16, right? Hear me out, all right? Hold on. Oh my god, my cat, bro. Fuck off. Anyways, so at 16 years old or whatever the fuck, right? He was engaging with fucking 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, little kids and shit. Sexually. In his private server. Once again, not like, oh, grooming, I want to fuck you or some shit like that. But just, how do I describe this? Vor fetish roleplays. Vor art. Suggestive roleplays and conversations. Suggestive artwork being sent. Bunch of yucky stuff, okay? But yeah, he decided to respond finally. We did originally... Stop, cat, please. For the love of God. Bro, I'm trying to stream. And you're fucking my leg up. Anyways, he made a response video finally. Originally, he had a community post posted on his channel, but it wasn't anything of any use or relevance. It was mainly just a link to an old card for his old situation that he was involved with, because he got called out in 2022? Yeah, 2022 for this stuff, but it just lacked a bunch of evidence, and he kind of downplayed a lot of it. So yeah, today we're going to be watching his fucking video. Yay! I've got all the documents up here and shit like that, so I can go back and look at them if I need. There's 4 of them. Wow. I'm tired. But yeah, let's watch this fucking video, I guess.
Disclaimer. This video contains heavy topics, such as fictional sexual assault, racism, fictional paraphilias, kinks/fetishes, and grooming. No names or specific individuals are mentioned in this video to protect and respect their privacy. I will not redistribute pictures or screenshots of various callouts, as they contain contents and messages.
Yeah, I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna speed it up, chat, alright? Hold on.
I'm going to address the broader damage instead of specific incidents, as they're all similar in nature. But if you're curious about the extent of my actions, they're pretty easy to find online. I am not a healthy person to interact with.
No shit,
I got
Sherlock.
caught in the cycle of abuse and hurt and traumatized a lot of people. Many of them younger than me, both through public.
I will say, chat, I have already watched this video, okay? I'm sorry, this isn't a raw reaction, I guess. This is me watching it for the second fucking time. I was actually listening to the video while I was at work, right? I had him in my earbuds, his lovely little cute Twisted Doctor fucking weird-ass voice in my ears, right? Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, Evan. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't watch it, I listened to it, okay? I cheated just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, okay? And I don't really like this video. Okay, I'm gonna just be for real. I don't like this video. I understand that he's trying to explain, you know, the cycle of abuse and how generational trauma and, you know, the fucking elements in the animation meme community that we were all exposed to and how, you know, groomers can fucking abuse us and we end up doing that to other people, right? I get that. But, like, fucking hell, bro. I hated this response. It's fucking stupid. He's just all like, I have a personality disorder, I hurt people. I will forever live with the guilt. Whatever. Let's watch it again.
Exposure and private experiences. Throughout all this, I have apologized many times, because truthfully, I never intended to hurt anybody. But intent doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things.
Speaking of intent, I want you guys, chat, to keep in mind that he, you know that the private server that I mentioned and how he was having inappropriate, like, conversations with minors about kinks, fetishes, vor, shit like that, suggestive role plays and shit like that. Whenever that server got archived, he attempted to delete evidence and even had, according to some of the victims under the comment section on his video, delete evidence for him. And he actually locked down that server, and the victims would have to ask him permission just to get back into that server to get something like art or information or links, anything they had in the server that they thought was valuable, because he didn't want any of this fucking evidence getting out to the public. And then in the 2019 DMs with that minor or whatever, which, like, what was he? He was like 17 and then 18, right? He was talking about how there was stuff in that server that he wouldn't want the public to know, and about him saying inappropriate things around young people. Which, like, yeah, you fucking did. You did do all that, buddy. And you know what you continued to do? You continued to be fucking weird after 2020. Which, let me look at my little doc. Oopsies, script. Okay, 2020, he would be 18. So keep that in mind, alright? We're gonna look back at these, alright? We're gonna look over these again in a little bit.
Hurt was still caused. If you hurt somebody repeatedly in similar ways, there's something wrong with you. And you have to figure it out and work on it through any means necessary.
I don't need you to tell me what I need to do.
Over the years, I have slowly grown, learned, and changed my ways. But I still don't see myself as a stable person.
Also, here's the thing, regardless of whether he's grown or changed, the fact that he tried to hide this shit for so long and didn't even own up to everything he did do when the 2022 document came out, which, you know, like I said, didn't get a whole lot of traction due to it lacking evidence in some fields. He could have just owned up fully then and there, but he was like, this document was very obviously highly emotionally driven, and he downplayed a bunch of it. It was just a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Here's a list of sections I'll go over. I'll include.
And it's funny because, like, in 2019, like I said, he knew what he was doing was wrong, and yet he continued to do it anyways.
Timestamps and description.
And another thing about this fucking video, you know what? I'm just gonna play the video. I need to shut the fuck up.
Sexually inappropriate. Why? I was a neglected and troubled child with a home that was sexually abusive. In conclusion, I myself am a CSA victim as well. Even so, it doesn't excuse all the trauma I perpetuated and carried out from my childhood into others. I have all.
So, did your dad or your mom teach you about vor? Is that what inspired you to talk to kids and do fucking role plays and water tube inflation role plays with kids and shit, bruh? With 13-year-olds at the age of 17? Knowing their fucking age? Because, you know, it's a private server. You handpicked the ones you wanted to be in there.
Always found a fascination for dark fictional topics.
I was Bones, Twisted Doctor, Sleepy King's friend and ex-server mod, so if I need to explain things I can, but curse this typing limit, bruh. Dude, what do you think about this video, if you've watched it? Is there any lies, Supreme Machine, that you think we should keep an eye out for? like in certain parts, because like I said, I've already pre-watched this, but if you know more, then it'd be great if you could give me context whenever we get to those parts. So yeah.
See my own stuff.
Whenever you have a part that you disagree with, tell us in the chat. I'll read it out loud, and we'll understand the context of what he's fucking lying about and other things.
And the more I learned, the worse the topics will get. By the time I'm 13, I grew a fascination with even darker fiction, such as fictional sexual assault, fictional incest, fictional necrophilia, the list goes on. Real-life cases of this, I've been always against, though. Throughout my life, I have been consistently anti-violence, with the exception of self-defense. So, let's get one thing straight, because I notice a lot of misinformation. I have never practiced any assault, nor ever planned or wanted to. No real pictures were sent or received. No advances towards minors were ever made.
Even if you weren't, like, receiving explicit pictures, which I think in this context he's talking about, you know, nudes and stuff like that. And even if you didn't make romantic or, like, actual, genuine, like, oh, I want to fuck you, advances towards minors, it still doesn't change the fact that you were, in fact, inappropriate with them. You were, in fact, engaging with them in a way that you shouldn't have. You were, in fact, drawing sexual innuendos around them on top of their fucking artwork well after you had turned 18. Like, come on.
All the incidents involved, jokes,
Whether it's fictional or not, it really just doesn't it doesn't matter.
art, or discussions are related to fictional characters. How?
Red Ivy! Red Ivy, is that you? I love you. Hi, Red. I miss you too.
Artistic liking for it.
How's your
But it will
kid?
carry out in my art, stories, or jokes. I like showing it to people because it causes reactions and attention. Many even encourage.
Did you like the reaction from the kids you showed that shit to? Which, like, by the way, I know a lot of people are still gonna argue and be like, well, he was like 16, 17. He was still technically a minor, right? But the thing is, he knew how young the people he was engaging with were. There is no way any sane fucking 17-year-old or any sane 16-year-old is gonna be fucking engaging with a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old in the way that they engaged with. The fucking fetish role plays, all that bullshit. It's just, I don't see any logical reason as to why you would do that. It's just fucking... Hello?
Yo, Twisted Groomer is leaving the internet. Love Persona BTW.
Yeah, he's leaving the internet as an individual, but not as an artist. Whoa! Also, thank you. Thank you.
Encouraging me
Fucking
because,
hell.
quote unquote, it's just fiction. I don't blame all of them. Maybe they were troubled kids like me, or maybe actual creeps. I'll never know. We're talking about thousands of people here. Given my neglected upbringing, attention was a new thing to me. I finally existed? Portraying or discussing the worst fictional cruelty I knew of gave me a high, a spark among the constant dullness that I carry to this day. This continued for a long time, but as I got enough backlash, I quit portraying and discussing the topics. It wasn't instant, it took a while. A bit of a metaphor here, but I think it works. A parent hitting a child for causing trouble doesn't teach the child why the trouble itself is wrong. It teaches the kid that if they're caught, their parent is going to hit them. Explanation of what makes the problem a problem might teach the kid why what they did is wrong. It might still take time to learn though, and different attempts. It doesn't mean the child is a lost cause.
Why are you talking about that? You're not a child. You are not a child. You are a fucking adult. Why are we going, well, if you hit your kid, that doesn't teach them, like, you know, to do better. They're just gonna hide from you. Please don't make a call-out video on me. That's not how I'd learn. You making a call-out video on me is gonna make me hide me engaging in war role plays with minors again. Like, come on. My God. Kalarovetla, he's using his childhood experiences to justify his current actions. It's funny because he's like, I'm not trying to justify or excuse, I'm trying to explain. And it's like, on one hand, I fucking get it, alright? I fucking get it. Mental health, major, factor and shit like that. But like, holy shit.
I still felt like a kid. Why do people keep saying this?
I don't know. I'm mentally 14. That's why I fucked that 12-year-old. Not what Twisted did, by the way. Not what Twisted did. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Not directed at Twisted, just in general. But, like, I don't understand it. And also, regardless of, like, you know, how parenting methods may or may not work, that has nothing to do with you doing irresponsible shit that you tried to hide in 2019 through fucking 2022, it doesn't excuse any of it. So don't make that fucking comparison. This is so stupid.
Take time to change.
Mindsets take time to change.
So
I could say that for you, but like I said, you kind of tried to hide everything you fucking did, bruh.
quitting due to backlash didn't address my problems, just the behaviors that stem from it. So I quit in public, but continued in private, and then hide or enable the others to hide proof out of fear.
Okay, let me look. Vesperus. An example is he wanted so much necrophilia into his story just for being edgy. Also, he knows what grooming means. I explained to him multiple times since I'm in his fan base. A lot of adults did that. Okay, hold on. There's so many comments. And I explained to him several times that it was grooming and he didn't move or make action. God.
Fear of backlash. So here come the next contestants. Things like kinks or fetishes that people consider weird, but are actually incredibly common. I was aware that some of the things I discussed were fetishes or kinks for some people, but I thought that for me and the parties involved, those were but gross out jokes.
Okay, so you were aware of the fact that, you know, you were talking about kinks and fetishes and you know what they were and all that shit, but you're gonna sit here and claim that, oh, when I was talking to that 13-year-old when I was like 16, 17 about fucking vor kinks and all this other shit, necrophilia, yada yada yada, and incest, etc. Oh, it was just a joke. Yeah, me doing that fucking roleplay with you when you were like 13 and I was 17 talking about shoving a fucking water hose down your throat. Yeah, totally, buddy. Oh, Vesperus, so you're Prince Chain. You can give a lot of context on some stuff he talks about. My question is, why was he so adamant on talking to these kids when you had warned him multiple times not to do that? I don't really get it. I don't get it. And the fact that, according to what you said and what other people have said, or at least I think, correct me if I'm getting this wrong, but apparently he would like ghost you or something whenever you asked about it or something. Crazy shit.
Very popular jokes back then. So, when in the past I said it wasn't a fetish for me, I was not lying. I did not feel any attraction for it. But, alas, if you joke enough about a fetish, eventually you'll go, oh fuck, I think this is no longer a joke.
So what was that about you saying me and Vor is nothing new? What about all those fucking commissioned, like, pieces of artwork? Actually, let me look at that, okay? Fetish roleplays, wow. 2019, when I was 13, Bones would start fetishy roleplays with me and another member of the Triple Threat server. We would roleplay with him using his OC mystery. And 2019, right? So 17, then 18 after 9/22, 2019. Okay, so this was when he was 17 and they were 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 4-year age gap. Pretty fucking gross. Why would you do that anyways? Oh, well, we're all minors. God. Okay, let me see. Fetishistic artwork of minors. Wow. 2019, May 9th. Asked me if I wanted Vor art. Where is the fucking... Where is it? Where's the commissioned Vor art? I'm looking for it. Hold on. There's a lot. Oh, there's so much. There's so fucking much. There's so much shit, bruh. Oh! Here. 18 years old at the time of these drawings. The person who was there was 13. 18-year-old and a 13-year-old. Come on, man. 18-year-old and a fucking 13-year-old. Oh, it's just a joke. It's just a fucking joke. Even though, you know, I paid somebody to draw fucking Vor commissions for me. Haha. It's just a joke, guys. I swear. Like, come on. Oh, my God. Okay, so... Vesper said the reason why he ghosted me, he thought it wasn't a big deal. They were his only friends. The attention he got was the only thing he would feel noticed. That's very silly. He literally has an entire fucking YouTube channel. He could be friends with anybody. Oh my God. If you want, we can make a voice call and I can give context if it's easier. Sure. Let me... Hold on. I think I have you on Discord, right? I'll interview you. Hold on. Where are you? I can't find your tag. I'm gonna go insane. Sorry. Dead air. Trying to do something. Do I even have you on Discord or am I like insane? You know what? I don't know if I have you on Discord. I'm gonna just fucking type it in the chat, alright? Just add me on Discord. Add me on Discord. Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna keep watching. Let me know when you've added me, or if you're calling me. I don't know.
Up until 17, I
Shut
tried
up,
my right
Reese.
to feel explicit.
Okay, cat lasagna, cat lasagna, cat lasagna. Okay, okay. Come here, 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 come here. Ugh. Hello? Wait, hold on. Big things happening. Stop complaining about dead air. This is important, okay? We're getting important context on things. Shut up, Gamma. Don't complain. Don't encourage him, okay? Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Can you hear me right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hello to everyone who is watching. And I would really love to give some context on some stuff because this kind of situation is insane in general. So I hope it ends pretty much.
Let me turn you up. So you said that he lies a lot in this video or something, right?
Yeah, I saw it this morning, and there are a lot of stuff he lies about. Like later he says that he's ignorant about a lot of stuff, but it isn't true at all. I mean, I explained to him multiple times a lot of stuff that weren't right. For example, to give some context, I think it was 2021 when a Tumblr blog from someone that was his fan, he this person thought that they were the reincarnation of Mystery, like a
Oh.
kind of kinning, I think, and wanted to find his Rex, his Alfred, and other characters. And a kid that was 14 years old said that they were his Rex. Mind you, this person that said they were the reincarnation of Mystery was 22. So it
Oh.
was an adult. So they had this kind of interactions where this adult said to this child, I love you, and stuff like that. And also to an Alfred King said stuff like, I raped you in that world, and stuff like that, which that
Ew.
Alfred person was also a minor.
So the Alfred person was a minor?
Yes,
And they were talking about
I don't
rape?
remember how old they were suddenly, but they were a minor.
So he's talking
And
about rape with a minor?
this person of 22 years old, yeah. And he was really present on Bones' fan base, so I explained to Bones about this situation because I was really worried about these kids. Even more, this adult of 22 will-tripped the 14 years old if they didn't reply, like saying, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to cut myself, and stuff like that. So I was really worried to this kid. And when I explained everything to Bones, he pretty much said that it wasn't the situation wasn't that much. I mean, he said that it wasn't a big deal, pretty much. He didn't want to cause drama, to expose this person, because as I said, it wasn't a big deal for him. And I said to him that tried to explain it was a kind of grooming, even if it wasn't entirely sexual. And pretty much he thinks that pedophilia and grooming is the same thing.
Oh,
Which,
so he thinks in order to be a groomer, you have to be a pedophile, and even that.
yes.
So when he saw that situation going on, which like I think I misunderstood at first. I think at first I thought you were saying that he was talking about that with the kid. My bad. But it was
No,
the
no, no.
22-year-old talking about that with a 14-year-old.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And he
Yes.
didn't say anything because he didn't think it was grooming, despite the fact that, obviously talking to a fucking 14-year-old when you're 22 years old about rape and other weird topics like that is not okay in the
Yeah.
slightest.
And he decided to don't talk about it only because every day I said to him, you are letting a groomer to hurt a child. Or every day, every single day. So at some point he just didn't want to hear it anymore and made a post on Tumblr. But at first he didn't want to.
So he wasn't willing to call that out at first because he thought it wasn't a big deal. And he thought that it wasn't... Bro.
Yeah,
How old was
literally.
he?
It was 2021, so 18, 19, I believe.
That is insane. But he's been through experiences like that himself, he said, right?
Yeah, about that, I have the confirmation from an old friend of his that worked on Dreamsteed team that when he talked about his some of the events he had with the pedophile, it's a certain pedophile. Well, that events happened to me, not to him.
Oh.
So he pretty much, I don't know if it's all the time, but a lot of times he said this experience that he didn't live, but I was the one who had this kind of stuff.
Somebody in the
And
chat asked what a system pedophile was. Like an altar?
I believe, yes. I don't know.
Yeah, this get kind of confusing. I don't know much about systems, I will admit.
I don't know it neither, so I can't really say. I remember just it was keening, nothing more.
But yeah, so he's basically been explained that even if you're not dating the child or actually wanting to have like genuine like physical or one-on-one sexual relations, engaging in discussions of topics like that essentially normalizes the child to those themes, which, as we've seen in this community, can cause a lot of issues. But he basically knows better, but he's trying to act as if he doesn't.
Yeah,
That is
literally.
sad.
A lot. And like I don't talk a lot about my situation I lived through with him, but a thing that I want to note that not a lot of people know, there is still a video where he pretty much showed his sauna on a funeral, and it's mine. That funeral is mine, and to this day he still gains money from that video. I asked him to put it down in 2021 when we broke up, but he didn't.
Sounds like he
So-
really doesn't care about anybody but himself. Which I think is evident given,
Yeah.
everything that's happened, but this kind of just adds on to that.
Yeah, he really doesn't care. I mean, I was arrested for 6+ years from his fan base, and I always asked him to do something or even say something because I was really close to kill myself. I really didn't feel well,
Yeah.
And he always was scared of losing his platform and stuff like that.
I remember
And
seeing something
he,
like that in a 2019 screenshot. He was all like, "Oh, they're gonna career end me if I get exposed for my PP word jokes around kids." Like,
yeah. related to the war. He made these kind of jokes also to me, and I said to him multiple times that I wasn't really comfortable relating to this kind of topics. At some point, he stopped, but it was a way of act that he always had, even with Spacey Galaxy. So
I don't really buy his whole, I'm not actually into vor, it's just a joke. But you go out of your way to spend money commissioning a fucking kid to draw you that. You go out of your way to draw multiple sexual innuendo art. You go, like, depicting vor themes and stuff like that. Engaging in vor fetish role plays with kids. Like, come on. Like, I know he was 16, 17, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't think a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old should be engaging with 12 and 13-year-olds in that way. Especially when he seems to know that it's not great, given he was like, oh my god, they're going to expose me for the inappropriate stuff I said around younger people. And he was saying that when he was like, what, 16, 17? So it's not like, oh, I was a dumb kid, I didn't know that it was bad to do that around younger people. Like, he definitely knew. He definitely knew. Else he wouldn't have the guilt.
yeah. Related to this, he never said to me that he had this kind of fetishes, but he always said to me, like, I can't talk about my sexual frustration because it's problematic and edgy and stuff like that, which is just a confirmation at this point.
Yeah. That or like any of the other, I guess, taboo topics that he talked about. Because I heard that he talked about necrophilia and incest, something like that, in that private server too.
Yeah, he talked to me about necrophilia too, and he really wanted to put it into his story just because he was edgy. And I said it to him multiple times that it wasn't the best idea. I mean, there are a lot of fiction stories where this topic is present, but there is a different kind of way to talk about it, and not how he does it, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember that he asked me if necrophilia in general was okay, because it wasn't hurting anyone.
That might have been the problematic thing he was talking about. Not to make assumptions, but
yeah.
Oh my god. What?
He also made the same question to a victim. I believe they put the screenshot on the document of 2022, where he asked about necrophilia, if it was a good thing or not. Yeah, I think it was on the document of 2022.
Okay, one second. Chat, when they were talking about the system pedophile, we're not talking about Skrill, we're talking about somebody else. Skrill isn't claiming to have a pedophile altar or some shit like that. That's not what's going on. That was in regards to somebody else that Skrill failed to, I guess, essentially call out for endangering and grooming a 14-year-old when they were 22. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry if it was a bit confusion.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I got it. I think I just confused my chat on accident, though.
It's strange to explain it because it's strange in the situation in general.
Yeah, it sounds it. Is there anything else you want to tell me before we get back into the video?
I don't think. I mean, I believe I said mostly everything related to the video.
Okay.
So
that's good. That gives a lot more context and makes this look even worse for him. This is not a good day. This is not good. Good God.
Yeah, totally. There are a lot of stuff. I mean, we just stay on the topic of the video, you know.
Yeah. Good Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get back into his dog shit response. But if you do want to add in anything, just let me know and you can call back in.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me speak.
No problem, and I'm glad you got your chance to actually get your voice out there and talk about this. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And take it easy. I know a lot of this ain't easy on you, given, everything that's happened between you two and then just seeing all of this stuff come out.
Yeah, I know. But the important thing is that now people finally realize the person he is, mostly.
Yeah, he is not someone to be trusted and definitely isn't a fucking... Like he said himself, he's not a stable individual and I wouldn't consider him safe to be around kids anyways. Because even if he's not, like, a fucking pedophile, who's to say he wouldn't do it again in private?
Yes, totally. I think
Yeah.
the same.
But yeah, alright. I'll catch you later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Well, that just made shit worse in my mind. What do we think, chat? What do we fucking think? This is crazy. But yeah, bro was explained what grooming actually is and how grooming can occur even if you're not actually seeking out a one-on-one romantic relationship or wanting to have genuine sex with the child you're engaged with. So yeah, you guys need to learn what grooming actually is. I think normalizing these fetishes and dark taboo fucking kinks and shit like that to a bunch of kids, regardless of if you're 16 or 17, which, like, I'm gonna fucking harp on the whole, you should not be talking to 12 or 13-year-olds if you're 16 or 17 or up, okay? That's just fucking weird. That's just fucking weird. Much less exposing them to shit like this. You know that you've been exposed to shit like that when you were younger, and I understand how, that whole cycle can be normalized and, you can end up doing it to other people. But the issue is, this motherfucker knew better. This motherfucker knew better. They were explained to by their partner that it was bad. They were asked by their partner to stop talking to fucking kids. And, like I said, we have that 2019 screenshot when he was like, what, 16, 17, some shit like that, right? Wait, let me check again. Sorry, I'm really bad at remembering ages. Okay, 17. He was 17 in 2019. He was 17 in 2019 and he knew better. He was going out of his way to fucking hide all the evidence. But anyways, let's get back in. People act like 16 and 17-year-olds are stupid. Yeah, no, if I knew a bitch was 12, I would not be engaging with them in that way. If I knew a bitch was fucking 13, I would not be engaging with them in that way. 2 years? A 2-year age gap? Whatever, right? Whatever. There's friends who are like, whatever. My brain's fucking dying, dude. Fuck this. This is evil.
Fictional, thanks to other minors because I was a minor too. Enable the others to hide proof out of fear of bad content because it costs reactions and attention.
Let me go back. We're gonna rewatch this segment.
I like showing it to people because it costs reactions and attention. Many even encouraging me because, quote unquote, it's just fiction. I don't blame all of them. Maybe they were troubled kids like me, or maybe actual creeps. I'll never know. We're talking about thousands of people here. Given my neglected upbringing, attention was a new thing to me. I finally existed? Portraying or discussing the worst fictional cruelty I knew of gave me a spark among the constant dullness that I carry to this day. This continued for a long time, but as I got enough backlash, I quit portraying and discussing the topics.
Hello?
He even made a comic about how this is a form of XA.
Of CSA? If you could leak the comment, or the comic, my bad. I cannot pronounce shit. I can't talk, my bad. If you have a link to the comic, DM me that. I could use that, because like I said, I am making a video about this. Now that his response is out there, I can finally continue my script. That'd be pretty fucking important, especially to portraying, him knowing that this shit is wrong, and him knowing what it is.
It took a while. A bit of a metaphor here, but I think it works.
The knocking is a donation sound.
Hitting a child for causing trouble doesn't teach the child why the trouble itself is wrong. It teaches the kid that if they're caught, their parent is going to hit them.
I'm still lost as to why he fucking did
might teach the kid.
And also, now that we know that his literal fucking boyfriend at the time was explaining to him what grooming was, this whole thing is bullshit. You shouldn't hit your child. You should explain to them what they did was wrong. You shouldn't call me out. You should explain to me one-on-one how what I did is wrong. Bitch, you knew it was wrong. You fucking knew by yourself, and you had your partner telling you about situations like this and how it can count as grooming and how it's fucked up. You can't be fucking serious. And then In fucking 2020, those fucking sexual innuendo screenshots we looked at with the fucking banana and him jerking off. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
What they did is wrong. It might still take time to learn though, and different attempts. It doesn't mean the child is a lost cause. Mindsets take time to change. So, quitting due to backlash didn't address my problems, just the behaviors that stem from it. So I quit in public, but continued in private, and then hide or enable.
Yeah, and you fucking knew! You knew! You knew! I quit in public, but continued in private, and then hid or enabled the others to hide proof out of fear of backlash.
The others to hide proof out of fear of backlash. So here come the next contestants. Things like kinks or fetishes that people consider weird.
It's especially weird when you're talking to fucking kids about it and making sexual innuendo drawings with kids and doing oh my god, whatever.
But are actually incredibly common. I was aware that some of the things I discussed were fetishes or kinks for some people, but I thought that for me and the parties involved, those were but gross out jokes.
What about the roleplay? What about the roleplay? What about the fucking roleplay? Shoves my water tube down your throat. I get it, like, oh, it's a choke roleplay, but like, if it was just a one-off thing, that'd be something else. But the fact that you have all these fucking documents with people coming out about their experiences with you being fucking weird to them. 16, 17, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If Birdie can get called out for fucking doing weird shit with a 13-year-old when they were 16 or dating them for one fucking week and shit like that. If Birdie can get called out for fucking talking about self-harm with 12-year-olds at the age of like 19, you can be criticized the same.
So, when in the past I said it wasn't a fetish for me, I was not lying. I did not feel any attraction for it.
Then why did you engage
alas,
with it?
If you joke enough about a fetish, eventually you'll go, oh fuck, I think this is no longer a joke.
Oh my god, my fucking alarm.
Up until 17, I thought it was alright to show explicit, fictional, things to other minors because I was a minor too. At age 18, I thought, quote unquote, well, if it's just suggestive...
No, you can't pull that, you can't pull that, you can't pull that, you cannot pull that, you cannot pull that, you can't fucking pull that. I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it, bruh? Where is it, bruh? Where is it, bruh? Oh my god, wrong one. Fucking hell, I'm gonna go nuts, bruh. Oh my god, bro, 2020, yeah, you were 18. You were 18. Oh, fuck me. I didn't think it was bad. Oh, okay, what do you need to get? You won't call me out, will you? Will you? Will you? No, I'd never call you out. You fucking know. You fucking know. You're still trying to hide it. You still know that everything in that fucking server was bad. You cannot sit there and lie to your fucking audience and be like, oh, well, when I turned 18, I thought that if it was just suggestive, it was fine. No, bitch, you knew. You fucking knew. You fucking know. Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god. And also, yes, I am aware that these screenshots are before, you know, Prince fucking told them off. But, like, even then, bro, even fucking, that's just fucking, oh my god, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Oh, well, I thought that if it was just suggestive, it was fine. I don't fucking buy it. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I don't fucking believe it. I don't buy it, and I don't believe it, okay? And you cannot make me believe it or buy it. My god. Okay. Back to this.
Show anything, then it's alright. So I never sent anything explicit as an...
I sent you a screen of his message relating to grooming after my explanation. Let me look. Okay. So 2021, and here's what it translates to. Whack from the definition of the Dictionary of Google, plus from how grooming is described by many people, is the association for me was made purely to pedophilia, and in case they are two adults or legal relationship that contains a minor with an age close to the other. It was only defined manipulation or sexual abuse, and that's what his response after I explained to him what grooming was. Okay, so that was when, okay, so 2021 was when he was explained, I guess, but like, Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit, bruh. Holy shit, bruh. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking go insane. I'm gonna go insane. Regardless, he knows.
Adult
he
to a
knows.
minor.
He knows.
It took me a year or so, about 19 or 20, to realize, no, what the fuck? It's not okay.
You just DM'd me stuff relating to the 2022 document. Saw your live streaming and want to think about coming out more about the document since the 2022 doc and clear some. If you'd like to come on stream, you can. Hold on. Oh, I'm going insane. I'm going fucking insane. Oh, we got the fucking comic. When was this made? 2021. Okay. So that was before, I guess. Alrighty, we're about to have someone else call in. Okay. I'm about to crash out like Ace Real Dreamer. Maybe. It's good if you've realized, but a little bit too late for that, buddy. Yeah, no, genuinely. Also, the person who's calling in was Anon C from the 2022 document. All right, we're calling. Hi.
Oh, boo.
Hi.
Hello. I'm British, yeah, unfortunately.
Oh,
Sorry
scary.
about that. But I know. Anyways, yeah, I was just to point out, I'm Anon C from the 2022 doc. At the time, I didn't want to like come out until like I was much older than age, so like just like, you know, over like the age of 18 or slightly older. Because at the time of writing it back then, I was about to turn 18. I was like a minor still. I was like 17. So my birthday is in November 2004. So as a result, I didn't want to like, you know, have like my whole thing in danger in case like shit happens when I was like, you know, still a minor. But I have like a bunch of things to like, you know, talk about, especially about the fact that when it comes to like the fucking like shit that he did with like the commissions and stuff, because I have like a picture of the uncensored version of the commission that I still have on my phone, and I've kept it for a while just in case I do need to pop it out and stuff. I think it's in like the 2018 bit somewhere. I'm just gonna find it real quick, so just give me a few seconds. Yeah. So the other things as well I also want to point out is that back then I used to like support him through Patreon when I was like 13 when he started opening it, and I was like one of his first few patrons as well. And I stopped funding him in 2022 because like I wanted to like, you know, stay away from the fan. I realized I was like fucking me over. And also alongside the fact that a lot of my friends were like, you know, a lot of like the people in the Freaks are like, you know, being affected by it. And I was like, this is like bang out of order. I shouldn't be doing this shit. So I stopped doing that. And I think since then it has been better. It's just like being good. I'm just trying to find it still. It's from 2018 somewhere. I just need to like still figure it out. It's like I've got like a really huge like album. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Just getting myself.
How old were you when you engaged with Twisted first again? And he was how old when?
So I didn't like I first engaged with him around June of 2017 or July, so through Tumblr. So I was like around 12. And I didn't turn 13 until November that year. So this was around 2017. So about almost 8 years ago now.
Okay, so you were 12 and he was 15 at the time, I think?
Yeah.
So
He's like around 3 years older than me. Aye. I've also got some other images as well that I also want to back up from when I was like around that age as well, so I can go and get that out real quick while I'm trying to find like the full one, because like I have one image where I was like 12, and it's like a really crusty image, but it's from like Tumblr in 2017, and this is what he like posted on like my retweet or reblog, even that's what you call it on Tumblr. So that's what I've got.
Oh my.
Yeah, this is when he was like around 15, and this is like between, I think, around July or August. I can't remember, but it's definitely between one of those months.
Ugh.
I know. I'm trying to find like I might actually try and get it in like the server I'm in. So, because like I have the full image in there, and it's also because it's just more easier to get it. Hang on.
I would be more sympathetic to his case if he had stopped doing this after he turned 18, but the fact that in fucking 2020 he still tries to associate with people who are like fucking 13 and shit like that, and still expose them to those topics.
It's really, really wank. It's just ridiculous, honestly.
Yes.
I'm trying to like still find it. I'm just trying to hunt down real quick. I've got so many things in it, that's why. Sorry a minute. If you have any questions, like, do come out and I can always answer them, because I've got like a bunch of things to like talk about as well. If you like, obviously, you know, ask those questions. If you like wanting to talk about my experiences, what happened around that time, what I can remember, even if I don't have the most clear it is now, but I still have like some of it. So that's something I want to like point out too. Yeah.
Do you ever like engage in any like weird role play or I guess further sexual or sexually charged conversations with you past the age of 15 on his end? Like, how long were you in contact?
I wasn't really like in full contact compared to like the freaks back then, so I think we weren't really as like as close compared to like the rest of like a lot of people in my friend group. And I think, and also because I wasn't part of the triple threat server, so I wasn't like you know, had like a lot of like really weird like role plays and stuff come on like him. And I never really engaged in role play because I wasn't really interested in like that sort of stuff, especially when I was like, you know, that age. Yeah. I might have to like figure out if I can try and get it somewhere. The full thing. I don't know where I put it. It's literally my album. It's just, oh my god, it's like so many stuff in there. Hang on.
Okay.
Sorry. I've got so many things in there. I thought it was in my album, which it is. It's just because I've got so many photos in there. It's ridiculous.
Got a whole like photo album of everything. Scrapbook.
In it. It's because I've got so much stuff on my phone. My phone's got like really huge space. Sorry, hang on. Aha, found it. There we go. I just had to like literally find it in a channel somewhere, but there we go. That's like the full uncensored image. And this is like the reference of the characters. Like this is supposed to be Starfly. That was one of my older OCs, and I still haven't to this day. But this is like the character I have, and this was the reference at the time. This was them. I had tons of like stuff from him. I think I had like a few commissions from them before back in like 2019, but they weren't as like weird or like as sexual as like that fucking fetish artwork, because it was like, you know, a joke. And I know I can remember this right, but in 2018, this was when like when he like went to the VC and like he joked about the commission. Originally, he was going to make this commission like $20, which I obviously didn't have because like I wouldn't have that amount of money when I was like obviously like 13. So I only paid like what $1 or something like that for like the thing, and that came out of it. But
how old was he when he drew this?
It was around. I can actually remember this. This is around I think the 16th or 14th of April 2018. So around that time, he would have been around 16 years old, and I would have been about 30 and a half years old. So again, we have like a 3-year gap.
Hell no, that is not something you need to be engaging with fucking 13-year-olds. Oh, it's just a joke. This does not seem like a joke. A joke would be like a shitty fucking MS Paint drawing, like, oh, my belly, or some shit like that. What is this?
Oh, yeah, guys, this is such a fucking joke. Oh, yeah, I'm being
it's just a joke. Now. Even though I've engaged in role plays and I've done commissions and ordered commissions from people, and I can't stop drawing myself swallowing minors. I'm like, okay.
Sorry, guys, it's not my fault. I thought you all commissioned me to draw for. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't know any better, even though in fucking 2019 I knew that I was being weird to younger people.
Oh my god, literally. Oh my days. But yeah, this was like the character I have, and a part of the reason why I don't draw him as much as I used to is mostly because of like negative experiences of it, and also because I just like, stopped really drawing him as much because I just didn't really, draw it in publicly because I had like more focus on my other characters instead. But the thing is, right, with like them, I have like constantly designed them over time and shit, but I think since they're back to the original design, because it used to be like more different, but even then, this is like the most popular design, and even back then, they were like my main OC because like my main OC was this, and my old Tumblr used to be called Lucy Starfly, so like that's why when you go into like my older blog, right, or like all the screenshots, a lot of it has like a lot of interactions with like Sleepy King and shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a few I can also like see if I can get as well. Maybe like not as many, but I think it's just like really old screenshots. It's not anything too weird, but like it's just like comments from like his older stuff. So that's like more general things. Just give me a few seconds. These are like a couple of things that back then that was this old Tumblr blog and shit, and that was like my older stuff, and I was like 13. And I think like Croissant, I think that's not like the person. I think that's a different person who went by the similar name. I have no idea why, but just keep it in mind, this is not the person who did the call out page. It's a different person. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just what I can gather from like a lot of stuff so far, really, from what I can like see from my old blogs and shit. Because one of like the most weirder things I can only get are from like Amino, surprisingly, instead of like my actual shit, because I didn't like screenshot a lot back then when I was like younger. I mostly got stuff from like the Discord servers and that's it. I also have like a few of his like older images as well when he was like had like the older mystery stomach server. So there's like a couple I can get. He like talked about this, which was really weird. He like talked about like the way that mystery would like say those like body parts or bodily fluids like semen, piss, blood, lungs, eyes, etc. It's like
So
really
he was
graphic.
17. Ew.
Yeah, 17. In it. So that's one thing. And another thing as well is that I can also get this one out real quick because like this was like something I still find a bit iffy because I looked back into my older stuff, right? Oh my god, my phone's on charge. Fucking hell, it's on 1%. But I remember like, when he was like doing like this thing where he was like roast your OCs or whatever, I sent him my character, the one that was being forward, right? And this is what he said about like my character, and this was around August of 2018, so he would have been like still around 16, almost turning 17. Yeah, there's like a lot of like really questionable stuff and jokes that he used to do when he was like younger, especially like a ton of like ableist stuff, which I'm not surprised considering that like in the Discord server, like he had one where it was like special ed or something with like one of the victims, which is just doesn't really fit right with me.
Yeah, bro. Like, I get being an edgy person and shit like that. Like, everybody has their history, but it's kind of concerning to see how, like, he really doesn't care at the end of the day, and it doesn't feel like he actually did put any effort to change his ways. He just got mad that he got called out and fucking kept it private until he had to actually leave and stop engaging.
Alright, another thing as well is that in the rules server, right, don't mind the circle, I think that was because, like, someone said that word in the server, and I think I, like, told them not to say that or something, but in his blacklisted words thing, what's really kind of bugged me is that he used to, like, he used to, like, literally put out the slurs that he typed into, like, the blacklisted words in, like, for his fucking server, instead of just, just not saying it. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, overall, I think for my experiences, I think out of all the people that he was like weird to, I think he was like the most awkward with me because of like I was like a really parasocial kid because like back then all my friends gotta be friends with him and I was like, oh no, why am I not involved in this? Fuck's sake. And that got me over mentally. That was like absolutely shit. And, you know, over that, I realized that, you know, that was going to be like, you know, the end of me. And I stopped doing this shit by like the time I turned like 15, 16 or something. And obviously, since I left, I've like gotten much better from it now. I've gone to more better things. I've got more better stuff to do in my own time. So since then, I think being like a 12 to 13-year-old in not only the animation community, but in like the fucking doll-eyed fandom, I think it has like fucked everyone up like mentally, and you know, like, you know, to the point where it does get a bit, you know, nah. But I think I remember one time I tried to always like be like friends with him constantly. It was like, oh look, sorry if I was like, sorry, I'm like, can I be friends with you? Can I be friends with you? And he's like, no, which is quite good. He did make a boundary of it at least. But if that was the case, then he should have put that boundary towards like younger people like me, because there was like a lot of people, especially his victims, who I'm friends with, they're like a lot younger than me, and that was something that I was like really concerned about from like their own view, and I was like, shit.
And a lot of them were fans too, because like on all the documents they were talking about how they were a fan of his artwork, and that's how they even got involved with him.
Yeah, like I was, like me, I was like also like a big fan too, and I used to, and like everyone else, we all used to like glaze them in too, because like another thing I'll mention actually, speaking of which, is that there was a Tumblr blog that I used to run. I didn't make it. It was like actually someone else who did it, and one of the people who also modded was Chrysante, I think one of the victims of the call out, and the other as well. Chrysante, yeah. They had like ran the Sleepy King Discord server as well, like the blog, and I literally have like a hang on. I'm trying to like figure. There's like a screenshot I have of like me running the blog. I need to find it somewhere. I think I did have it in like my phone, but again, always on my phone. But I did like used to run like this blog called like the Sleepy King Discord server blog, and basically it was like screenshotting stuff from like the Mystery Stomach server, and it was owned by like one person, and like they gave me the ownership to me. And there's like a bunch of mods that also run it too. And then I deleted it because like there was no point in like having it, and also because I had so much like ridiculous shit in it.
Yeah.
So since then, I'm quite glad it's been deleted. But if it wasn't deleted, then chances are I would have gotten like more evidence of like the tons of like weird shite that came out of it.
This is fucking nuts, though. Jesus Christ.
Genuinely, I just can't believe that it was so normalized back then. It was just ridiculous, honestly. Honestly, I do hope that, also, like, knowing, like, a lot of stuff about, like, Sam as well, especially, like, the most recent stuff I didn't know, especially, like, when I went to his live stream as well, like, recently, like, today, he had one, and I looked into it, and he, like, discussed about, like, the funeral art or something like that, and, like, how his family, Bones' family like harassed him, not just the fans, but also his like whole family as well, and it was like really, really upsetting to like hear, because that's like really scary to like deal with, and that's like somebody, right, dealt with like you know, really like with guilt tripping partners in the past, and like cyber stalking too. It's like really fucking horrifying, because like no one should be needing to go through all this, and that no one should have to deal all for this fucking burden just because of like one person who only gives a shit about their own public image, and it's like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, no, like, dude, I don't understand him. He claims that, oh, well, I don't see it as grooming, and oh, well, I thought that's just suggestive shit was fine, but he was paranoid in 2019 about anybody finding out about the server. And then in 2022, he just kind of dismissed it and was like, yeah, I did bad, but this document is kind of emotionally charged. Don't harass this person, by the way. I don't know. It doesn't feel like he actually took any accountability. And now that people actually have more evidence from the 2022 document, now he's finally fucking leaving.
Thank God. I wish it had been earlier. Yeah. I honestly could have been earlier in like 2022, when like we released the doc, because I had like a ton of like shit in it. And obviously, at the time, I think obviously this was brushed out because of like one, this rapper person who we knew who was a compulsive liar in our friend group, and also not to mention also being a compulsive liar and dealing with shit with like also with Bones and like in the close circle, yeah. And as a result, I think this was like the only time that Bones was falsely accused of grooming, but by like another like person instead of like, you know, obviously the triple threats, which was actual grooming that was involved. Parappa, right? He like basically falsely accused Bones of grooming, and as a result, they had to like, you know, Dream Student had to like write a response for him about it and also like debunk a lot of the shit that Parappa had said. So as a result, our 2022 doc, and also because we couldn't get the other victims to like speak out about it until like obviously this month. They like it was really brushed off super quickly, which was like really frustrating for like a lot of us because like we hadn't had our voices being speaking up about it, and I think that would have been like, I wish it could have been like sorted it earlier if it wasn't for like that situation happening.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Yeah.
also why false allegations can muddy the waters for like other victims to come out about their experiences with somebody, whether it be related to that specific person or not, you know? But like, good Lord.
Yeah, and that's like the annoying thing. Like, honestly, when I coped with like this whole thing, I just had to like make fun of them, like the fucking the James Lee Law and like Bones, especially because of like how they took the whole thing seriously, and like the response was just not good. I just didn't like the 2022 response. Like, you know, it was like the closest that we would have gotten, but then like more shit since came out, and I think it's just rubbish now. Looking back at it, it's just full of shit that, you know, that he's just lying. Like, looking at it, it's just like fucking BoJack Horseman doing it. It's just fucking BoJack Horseman if he wrote a goddamn response, because that's what I'm just seeing. It's just a fucking reflection of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's one of the few things I can say so far. My phone's running out of charge, so I need to go and like charge it soon. And I can't really like show much of it when it's like running out of charge because like you know, I just got like tons of like items as well, like the Discord server and the blogs and shit.
Good God. Yeah, I'm looking at his card. It's a bunch of bullshit. I don't know how people didn't take it more seriously though, because he admitted to like being weird. He didn't go in detail about what he did. He was just like, yeah, I was just inappropriate with people younger than me up until 19, but I learned.
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't put as much detail besides, like, obviously putting out the censored version of, like, the drawing that he did for me alongside the other drawings as well. And also, like, debunking Parappa's document, which, as a result, it was confused with our document, which was actually true in that. And I think there's another card. There's like a card I think called Hold was a Doctor Accountable, I think at the time in 2022. And in 2022, they had like the Parappa document. So I think it kind of made the things more worse because people kept on confusing it as like our document instead of like Parappa's document, which was like the annoying thing because we stopped interacting with fucking Parappa because of the fact that, you know, they did all this shit alongside, you know, the stuff they were into, like your boyfriend.
You know what's crazy about his response video? Like I said, I pre-watched it. There's a part where he's just all like, I'm not going to go into detail or show screenshots. You can just look it up. There's plenty of videos. And it's like, dude, literally. Come on. Like, fucking show your audience what you did yourself and address maybe not every single thing, but like the main shit that you did. Like, at least show us what you fucking did. Don't just be like, yeah, go look it up. Sorry, I'm a traumatized child. Hurt people. Like, boo! Boo! You fucking stink!
No, literally. Oh my god, I nearly forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, about like the fucking response thing as well, I will say that like what baffled me the most is that he never came up to us at all, even before the responses, even before the videos, even before everything. He didn't come up to us in 2021, nor 2022, or nor this year.
He wanted y'all to seek him out, not the other way around, even though he's the perpetrator.
Literally, if he was the perpetrator, he needs to speak up to us rather than like having us to come and do it. Like, that's like if the police tells you to like get down CCTV like footage when they could have done it for them fucking selves, because obviously that's police, but they don't do jack shit. And with the fucking like thing right with the victims, they like also, right, they did like this thing with like they kept on like, you know, they constantly made burner accounts rather than just actually speaking to us in person. And then they just made like a fool of themselves by just making like, you know, constant burner accounts. And we made fun of him for it. And, you know, that's why he said White Boy Jr. out, I guess, because the fact that he did that rather than doing the more actually considerate method instead of like just actually fucking DMing us in private, then it would have been better. White Boy Jr. out, I guess. Wait.
I hate to say it, but even Birdie and Cinny Bear did better than this fucker did. Like, at least they gave some, like, you know, they admitted straight up to what they did. And at least Birdie showed some screenshots of some of his past allegations, even though, you know, he lied about it. But, like, holy fucking shit.
No, I hate to admit that, because obviously I also don't body like Birdie and Cinny Bear, and even if I'm not catching up into it too much, because obviously I'm not really, you know, trying to stay away from drama, because unless I'm like obviously very much heavily involved in it, basically they did like a lot better job of actually doing this shit, like actually living off the fucking internet, or like doing something about it, like actually talking to these guys in private. But like, he didn't do any of that with him. With Twister Doc, he didn't do any of that shit. He didn't do any of it. He just kept on constantly making burner accounts, and like, unless people tell him to bugger off.
God. Oh.
Honestly, it's just... Honestly, I do wish that if he was, like, to come to us, it'd be best that he would email us in fucking private. Like, we're happy to, like, you know, be contacted by him, but at the same time, knowing that he's done that, I don't feel like, at this point, there's just no bother, like, having to be contacted by him if he's still pulling out this shit. And also, like, the fact that he's, like, you know, harmed, like, 10 plus people, including, like, his ex-partners, his friends, and obviously the Triple Threats group in that time. Me included as well. So that was one thing I had to, like, why I wanted to, like, be bringing up about it. Yeah. No! Oh my god, wait. Someone, like, I Eat Flakes mentioned that, you know what made me upset, and they said that it was very similar to, like, the Cosmodor video, if you've seen that before, like, from 5 years ago. Yeah, I've seen that one. That one was dog shit. It was, now looking back, I think it is very similar to it. I think another one it reminded me of as well was like the Gamer Duck thing too, where like he made a response that was like really dog shit, and he just, you know, denied a lot of it, and you know, everyone got on his ass for it, and he like left immediately because of that.
Good God.
Yeah.
God, bro. This is a fucking mess. It would be so much easier for him and everybody else if he would just, like, straight up... I don't even know what to say anymore, bro. It's just, like, what could have been done hasn't been done, and there's no coming back from that. He's not gonna fucking reach out to y'all on his actual main account. He's not gonna go in detail about what he actually did. He's just gonna leave his audience in the dark. Half of them, which, like, a lot of his audience is just consisting of children, right? They're just gonna be like, oh, he said he's sorry, it's fine. They don't know what he actually did, which, like, you know, on one hand, maybe they shouldn't, but on the other hand, there's a lot of shit they should know, you know? It's like...
I've read like the response twice before, like about a couple of like hours ago, right? Well, I was looking into like the thing, right? A lot of like the people who were defending him were like around young teens who were like obviously at the time were like around the same age as us when we were like 13 or 12 or whatever, and like when we were like close with Squirrel or Bones even. And I like made a response on it as well, and saying how it's like a really pathetic apology, and that I've kept on telling people not to like, you know, listen to these guys. But thanks to like, from what I've gathered, YouTube's really weird filtering like policy or something. It just didn't go through, I didn't think, because not many people had liked it or had seen it. But my response was just me saying like, it's a pathetic response, and that, you know, they just deliberately like lied and skimming through the surface like he did with his previous responses, and that I just told him to get off the fucking internet.
He's not gonna. He's like, you can't stop me from making art. You can't stop me from making art. Like, okay, whatever, dude. It's in private. You don't need a platform anymore.
it's really baffling that that he's still trying to carry on for like this game, and like literally his characters were used as grooming tactics, particularly Mystery. Like that's just something that really baffles me. Like he's just really determined to finish his game, and that's not going to happen because like if I remember correctly, right, about Patreon, right, I think from what I know from my knowledge, when they were like talking about it, and also like in the Q&As back then, I think he was gonna make like I think 6-7 chapters of Dollar. I think a little bit less than that actually. I don't know, but it was definitely between that. And if he's gonna make like 6 chapters, I think that's a bit delusional. If he's gonna try and do it for like himself, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get it done. I hope he doesn't either.
Especially because, like, in Chapter 2, yeah, a lot of, like, the work was done by his teammates, right, which obviously had left, and they probably, like, don't want their contributions to be in the game. So, as a result, the game's absolutely finished. It's just fucking over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have work in like an hour, so I need to finish the rest of this video. But if you do have anything that you would want to be presented in the video that I'm making, or if you have any like additional evidence, additional context, oh my god, I can't speak. Just let me know. My DMs are always open, and that goes for like anybody and everybody.
Brilliant. Yeah. I'll see if I can try and get like the more of like that Sleepy King Discord service stuff that is on my phone somewhere if I get like look through thoroughly, because I've got like fuck tons of like shit in my phone. And also like I'll like also need to kind of like also get going because I have to like get stuff ready for home, because I have to go and get back home tomorrow, and also other things as well. So yeah.
But yeah, thank you for giving me information about that, and I hope this actually helped you get some stuff off of your chest, because, voices deserve to be heard, and despite what he did, despite the age, it's still not okay. Yeah. And the fact that he continued, like I said, absolutely. It's just,
out of order. It's unacceptable. No one should have ever gone through this. It's just really fucking illegal. But yeah, thanks so much, though. It was a pleasure to, like, meet you. It's glad to, like, get all out of my chest. Now I'm finally, like, revealing that I'm, like, Anon C, because, like, obviously, I was like a minor around that time. Now I'm like a grown adult and be more open to like, speak up about it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Let me know if you ever have anything.
That's great. Yeah. You take care. Thanks so much.
Alrighty.
Cheers. Bye.
Right, bye. Alrighty. Wow. GoatCatto, can you censor the word work? It's triggering me. You are all unemployed! I hate all of it! I love you guys, I guess. I don't know. Parasocial. Oh, we love parasocial shit. Oh my god, yes! Hi, Gilded! Anyways, good god. This is gross. I don't know what to say. I do need to finish this video, but fucking hell.
It took me so long to realize the problem is not that some people don't like it, but that it causes pain, and why it does.
Because you're sending shit like that to people who don't deserve. Okay, Gilded Poo. You're just gonna have to fucking rewatch this. I don't feel like repeating myself, okay? Actually, you know what? TLDR. Twisted Doctor was weird with kids and engaged in fetish roleplays. He was 16 when it started, and he engaged in, like, weird shit with 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds. However, the behavior actually did continue after he turned 18, because in 2020, he drew weird sexual innuendo type shit with kids. This. With a 13-year-old when he was 18. So the normal weird shit, gay. Yeah, for the animation meme community, I guess. It's fucking awful. Also, no problem, Lucy.
Since I was a toddler, this was my normal. And my normal is not normal.
No shit, dude.
At the time of publishing this video, I'm 23. I like to think I've grown pretty normal about these things. Showing or talking about things to adults only.
It's good that you're keeping it to adults only now, but the fact that you were so dishonest and tried to fucking hide evidence, and you didn't even fully go over everything you fucking did, you just gave us a vague response to everything. It's so fucking stupid.
It took me 20 years to...
Animation meme titans falling. Yeah, no, City Bear, Pastaru, Twisted Doctor, Birdie. Kitty Dog is kind of like half and half, but they're still here. I don't know. I think Katie is okay.
To learn something that should have been obvious since I was 15 or even earlier.
Goat, I'm only 52 minutes into this Lonza 2-hour-long art CC video and I'm losing my mind. Yeah, have fun with that. I watched that as well. Shit is fucking crazy, bro. Shit's fucking crazy. We love the art CC. I love it here.
I couldn't be any more disappointed in myself.
Though I will say, most of the old figures of the ACC are kind of dead. The only ones I still see around is like Lyle Convoy and like what? I actually don't know. It's literally just fucking Lyle. And now there's like new people who are trying to come into the ACC and shit now too.
Sorry for everyone that got caught into this. I carry that regret every day.
I don't think you're sorry. I don't think you care.
A small defense.
You're just sad that you got called out.
The definition of a pedophile is a person who is sexually attracted to children.
Okay, so like their partner said, they were okay. Like their ex-partner, Vesperus or Prince Chain, said in fucking 2021, they explained to Twisted about how you don't have to be a pedophile to necessarily groom someone, and you don't have to be in a relationship with somebody to necessarily groom somebody or normalize them to fucking disgusting topics when you're like 13 and they're like, what? 16, 18, 19, some shit like that. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. And he knows that this doesn't even, oh my god,
I personally
bro.
refuse to label myself a pedophile or a groomer due to
You
their
were
meaning.
explained how it could be grooming.
Sexual grooming is the action or behavior used to establish an
Oh my
emotional
god,
connection
there's
with a
different
vulnerable
types of
person,
grooming.
generally a minor under the age of consent, and sometimes the victim's family, to lower their inhibition with the objective of sexual abuse. I have no attraction and no intention to sexually interact with minors, nor lower their inhibitions with objective.
I have no attraction and no intention to sexually interact with minors. Okay, no intention to sexually interact with minors. No intention to sexually interact with minors. 18 years old, 13-year-old. Okay, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
I believe some labels might fit my case more accurately. Negligent, failing to take proper care over something.
Pretty sure arguing
Reckless.
the logistics of definition doesn't matter. Isn't what matters is that someone was hurt. Yes, exactly, but he doesn't want to be called. He doesn't want to be called a groomer.
Heedless of danger or the
Poor little
consequences of one's
baby.
actions. Rash or impetuous.
And like I said, if he had stopped after he turned 18, that'd be one thing. But like I said, engaging with a 13-year-old or a fucking 12 and 13-year-olds from the ages of 16 through 17 sexually is still pretty fucking weird. Pretty fucking deplorable. Me personally, I'd condemn that. Okay, you know what? What grade is a 16-year-old in? 11th grade. What grade is a 12-year-old in? 7th grade. So you're gonna tell me a 7th or 8th grader engaging with a fucking 11th grader in this way is, oh, it's fine because they're just a minor. They're both minors. Like, okay, cool, awesome,
Irresponsible.
cool. Fucking
not
hate
showing
this.
a proper sense of responsibility. And ignorant, lacking knowledge or awareness in general. Uneducated or unsophisticated. I'm not a kitty diddler, but I'm still not a person you will want to have around. Call me whatever, but twisting the meanings of these terms causes more harm than good. Use your terms responsibly when the subject at hand is incredibly sensitive. I have some
Bitch.
trivia related to the term groomer. Do you know about this
I love how
song?
he's putting. Oh my god! Shut the. I don't know what the fuck this is. What is Sunshine Rainbow White Pony? Who fucking cares? You're putting more fucking. Oh my god! You're putting more effort into giving us definitions than you are showing us evidence of what you fucking did. And it's not like, oh, well, I'd have to go through my DMs. You have all these fucking documents up here that you could reference on. You could at least show those. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I fucking
Sunshine
hate.
Rainbow
Okay.
White Pony.
Sunshine
It
Rainbow
has a
White
pretty
Pony.
sweet meaning
Okay.
in a sick music video.
I don't care about. Okay. You know what? Let's look it up. Sunshine Rainbow White Pony. What the fuck is this? What? What the fuck is this? What is this? What? Oh! Oh my god. Oh, it's that thing. You know, I'm gonna watch it. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. Okay, I will say it's catchy.
But people have tainted it because its chorus, sung in Chinese, is phonetically similar to the N-word, and people turned it into a meme. And so a parody of this meme was made, called Groomer Nene. People often make animations of an individual with allegations dancing to the song Groomer Nene as an attempt of mockery, because the correct thing to do when a victim is suffering is animating a goofy video of a groomer dancing. Do what you will with that info. It just makes me think about how out of hand things on the internet get sometimes. Also, I thought it will make for a smooth transition into the next section.
Is that what he's upset about? Okay, hold on. This is amazing.
The law says 14, but I like them younger. Is your name Groomer Nene Green? But I like them younger. Is your name Groomer Nene Groomer Nene Groomer Nene?
Amazing.
I was talking about earlier. The logic of the cruelest thing you can think of is shocking, so you get a good laugh out of it. It resulted in me joking about racist things and slurs I can reclaim as a mockery of people that are actually racist. No need to try to make it make
How
sense.
is that a mockery of people who are actually racist? Listen, I get being edgy and saying the N-word because you think the word sounds funny, but how are you going to sit here and be like, oh guys, I wasn't saying it just to be edgy because I thought the word was funny. I did it because I'm mocking racist people. Just say you wanted to say the word because you thought it sounded funny. Just fucking say that. A bunch of people have fucking done that. Obviously that's bad, but don't try to do this shit. This is so fucking stupid. Oh my god, I said the N-word. But it's because I'm trying to make fun of racist people. Like, okay.
Because nowadays,
Now, to be clear, I don't usually care about kids saying slurs if they grow out of it and they fucking, like, they grow out of it, they don't say it anymore. That's cool, but holy fucking shit, bro. He did multiple caricatures of black people during 2020 and 21. I mock racist people by bullying goth people. Wow, thanks, Pooh. Fuck you. Also, that's crazy. Okay, then... How is that you making fun of racist people then if you're engaging in a fucking stereotype? Come on.
even I myself struggled to figure out how we got here.
Just be honest.
The
Just be
definition
honest.
of racist is characterized by or
We know what
showing
racism
prejudice,
is. Shut the fuck
discrimination,
up.
or antagonism against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a
Oh
particular
my god,
racial or
even 2
ethnic
times
group.
speed isn't
Typically
fast enough for this
one
fucker.
that is a
Oh my
minority
god.
or marginalized.
Who keeps knocking? It's the
person,
fucking... It's the dono
Do not
sound.
hold any feelings of antagonism, discrimination, or prejudice towards people of different races. Therefore, I believe I don't fit that label. But not being a racist person doesn't mean you can't do racist things. The actions were accidentally racist. Making jokes and
You're
saying
going
words
more in detail. Oh my god. Okay. You own up more to the fucking racist shit and the other shit. Correction people. What?
Correction, goth people aren't people.
Fuck you, Pooh. Fuck you, Pooh.
that don't belong to me. Even if not directed at an individual or a group, it adds on the oppression and struggle that people of color, especially
Dude,
black,
I don't care.
already deal with.
I don't care.
I deeply apologize
I care
for
more
that
about
being
what
part of
you...
the
Oh
issue.
my god.
Those
And
behaviors
he's
of mine
also...
have
I'm pretty
seized
sure
up-
he's already, like, addressed this as well. I don't care about this. I care about the people you put in fucking danger. I care about the minors that you engaged with.
After
Okay?
blurting out an unsavory
We
joke with a
don't
slur
need-
I couldn't
dude.
reclaim in a call. I noticed the discomfort, and from then on, I completely stopped. I was 19 back then. Nowadays, in my private life, I'm doing small things to help improve the quality of life
I'm volunteering, and I went to a protest, and I'm an activist. Dude.
of people of different ethnicities, such as joining protests
Bones putting the BLM in his display name on Twitter a few years ago was crazy.
for boycotts, enrolling in volunteer work, and attempting to get hired by civil service. I plan on making this a bigger part of
I
my
don't
life.
care.
Message to
Good
my
for
victims.
you.
Saying I apologize will never cut it. but I'm extremely sorry I caused long-lasting
Yeah,
hurt
message
and
to your
trauma.
victims. Why don't you fucking DM them on your main account? Is it because, oh, I'm scared they'll screenshot it and they'll know that it's actually me, and that'll be proof of me confessing to my crimes?
It's okay, Goat, you a fake goth. So you're people.
Thank you, Gilded. I fucking hate you. I hate you.
I know I sound
Stop
like a broken
bullying me,
record.
bro.
I want to make things right so badly, but I have no idea what's fair and what isn't. So I decided on a middle ground. Soon after this video, I will stop interacting with people on the public internet. My email will be open only for business, my friends, ex-friends, and victims. Any other message will go straight in the trash bin. I will no longer interact with strangers or fans. This way, I hope to ease your worries of any further harm from.
Who wants to bet that this ain't gonna fucking happen? Who wants to bet that in the future he's gonna slip up? Now, I'm not saying I want him to slip up, but who wants to bet that he might anyways, okay?
Happening.
Obviously, wouldn't want anybody else to be put into danger, but I don't fucking trust this guy. He's a snake. He hides information. He hides evidence. He glosses over shit, and he doesn't even go fully into detail about
If you're a
shit.
victim and I have never reached out to you, it's not because I don't care. It's because I'm too afraid of reopening wounds unprompted.
I'm too afraid of reopening wounds unprompted, but I'm open to talk for closure. Dude, whether you risk opening that wound or not, it would show your victims that you do give a shit about them and do give a fuck about the harm that you caused, because if you claim that you regret everything you did and you still have guilt on the daily about it, you would try to fucking go to them so that they can get the closure that they need. You wouldn't be sitting here being like, oh, I'm not reaching out to you. It's not because, I don't want to do that, blah, 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 blah. And also, what Lucy said, this motherfucker was going around making burner accounts, contacting victims in the past. So why can't you do it now? Huh? You weren't afraid of reopening wounds back then. What about now?
Prompted. But I'm open to talk for closure. Email inscription. You matter. What happened
Shut
is
the
not
fuck
fair.
up. You matter.
I'm sorry if I ever made you feel like you don't. Message to my friends and partner that recently left. I'm sorry I wasn't clear enough about the things I have done.
We don't need this. You can DM them that. The public doesn't need to know about your apology to your fucking partner and your ex-coworkers. Dude, this video should have been him talking about the victims, what he did, how he's made improvements to change. Actually going in depth about what all he did, putting it all out there, getting it all off his fucking chest, and being open and honest. Yeah, sure, you might have been like, yeah, I did that, but you're not fucking showing us anything. You're not showing us anything.
I have often
It's
vented
pissing me
about it
off.
and tried to, quote-unquote, warn you about me being a bad person when I felt unstable. But I failed to communicate the real gravity of what I did. I thought I made it clear that
The difference is that he was making alts to talk horribly towards V as a haha gotcha. That's fucking great.
was or am a dangerous person. But I wasn't withholding information. It's just nearly impossible to tackle all the worst things you've done in detail unprompted. I don't think the average person is expected to air out all.
When you have a history like yours, I think people who associate with you deserve to fucking know. Because not only are they unaware that they're interacting with somebody who fucking endangered kids in the past, but they're also potentially putting their reputation on the line by associating with you when they have no idea about the bad shit that you've done.
All their worst mistakes without a reason to.
And I also don't buy the whole, oh, it's not that I wanted to hide it, when you actively, in 2019, 2020, were trying to get people to hide the evidence. You archived the fucking server and were like, oh, don't use anything against me, don't fucking use this against me, don't fucking use this against me. Okay, retard. Sure, yeah, don't use anything against me. I'm not trying to hide shit, by the way. Oh, I didn't tell my partner or my fucking coworkers about my past because I'm not trying to hide it. It's just, nobody needs to air their mistakes out. Like, come on. Come the fuck on,
I don't know
dude.
a single friend that did that. Most people just want to think about anything else but their flaws. And I think that's normal, not malicious. If you would have asked me in specific, I wouldn't have kept the truth.
If you would have asked me in
But there's no
specific,
way.
how are they... There? What do you mean there's no way you would have known? Then just be fucking honest with them. Be honest with them. Be honest with
You would have
them.
known. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm gonna
With that
fucking go
said,
insane.
I
I'm
still
gonna go
love you very
nuts.
much. You have taught me a lot about love. You're all funny and talented.
That is
as
not
fuck,
Birdie. That
and
is
I don't
not
regret
Birdie.
a
That is
single
not
moment
Birdie.
with
That
you.
is not Birdie. That is not Birdie.
I
That is
don't
not
think I
Birdie. That
deserve
is not
such cool
Birdie.
people
That is not
surrounding
Birdie.
me.
That is not Birdie.
Thank you infinitely
Jack
for
fucking
all the
hates me. He would not be in a live stream.
great times. Saying I love you in my first language has always been difficult for me.
What
It
the
feels
fuck is
too
this
intense in
cornball
comparison to
bullshit?
Love you, but vi voglio bene.
Shut the fuck up! Bilolo bene, okay? I don't fucking care.
It
I
feels
don't
too intense
care.
in comparison to
I love you.
Love you, but
Love you.
vi voglio
Love you,
bene.
Teehee.
Thank you.
Vi voglio
and goodbye.
bene.
I
Shut
wish
the
you a
fuck
bright
up.
future. What's next?
Boo,
While I have learned a lot of
tomato,
things,
boo.
I still believe I'm a troubled individual. I don't want to hurt people, but I still get urges to say shocking things.
You get urges to say shocking things? Are you sure you don't get urges to talk about your fucking necrophilic and vor fantasies? Oh, well, I don't actually have a vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish. I don't have a fucking vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish. Guys, look at this fucking thing. I definitely don't
DOC
have
on
a...
the radio, Dr. Disrespect, now Twisted Doctor. I sense a pattern.
Yeah, big ol' fucking pattern. I don't have a vor fetish, by the way. It's all just jokes. I don't have a vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't have a fucking vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish. I don't have a fucking vor fetish, guys. I don't have a vor fetish. This was when he was 18, by the way. The people in this fucking picture were 13. I don't have a fucking vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish. I don't have a vor fetish, even though in 2019 I commissioned somebody for vor fetish artwork. But all right, I don't have a vor fetish, by the way. Oh, I don't have a vor fetish, by the way. Let me show you this. That, yeah, no vor fetish. That, yeah, no fucking vor fetish there. Teehee.
Lately,
Come
it's
on.
mostly been self-deprecation. So, as previously mentioned, I'm leaving the internet as an individual, but not as an artist. I will drop everything if the
The problem isn't that he has a vor fetish, it's that he's showing it to minors. He's focusing on the wrong part. Exactly, bruh! Exactly!
world asks me to. But one thing is non-negotiable. Creating and showing art. I'll continue uploading my work and working on my video game, comic, and songs. Dolly Chapter 2's development is a bit rocky due to the co-director and most of the team
I hope
members
you don't
leaving,
finish it. I
but
hope
will
your
finish it.
game fucking
It'll
crashes
just
and
take some time.
burns, bitch.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
Have
the
I
very
turned
patient
21
fans
yet?
once
No.
again.
No.
Whenever
I'm not 21 yet, Pooh. I'm not 21 yet. Unfortunately. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have 16 days until I turn 21. All right. But honestly, fuck this
publish
guy.
art,
Fuck
warnings
this
will be
guy.
added accordingly.
From now on, I'm just an art gallery. McDonald's is hiring. Get to scrubbing the toilet bowl. You will be paid in half-eaten pennies. Amazing. Amazing. Listen, I understand, wanting to make your art and shit like that, but given the shit you've done, you don't deserve to have a platform. Because regardless of, oh, well, I'm not going to be interacting with people anymore, the platform is the only thing you care about. The platform is the one thing that you hope to keep, despite all this bullshit happening. And guess what? Your platform is how you fucking got victims in the first place. There's going to be a bunch of people who engage with your artwork and become fans of you, not knowing about your past. And eventually, you're going to have fucking little kids being like, "Hi, Twisted Doctor! I drew you some fan art!" And then you're probably going to respond to them. And like, sure, you say you've worked on yourself. You say you've worked on yourself and that, I'm not gonna talk to kids like that again. I swear. I can't fucking trust you. None of us can trust you. Nobody should trust you in general. Like you say, you still get the urges to talk about shit like that. Like you say, you're a dangerous person. You are unstable. You don't need to be online. Okay, you sent me a DM with a caricature. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, guys, I said and did edgy shit to make fun of racists, guys. I was doing it to mock racist people. Oh my god. Yeah, this is making fun of racist people, Putty. Yeah, look at this. Wow. Was that one of his urges? I'm gonna fucking go insane. Oh my god. Bro. This motherfucker ain't real. He's using therapy speech in his fucking response video, by the way, and he's trying to, like, water down everything he did. He's like, I'm a hurt person. Hurt people. I only said the N-word and did edgy, racist shit to make fun of racist people. Just say you wanted to say edgy shit and be edgy. You do not have to sit over here and be like, I'm gonna get the racists. I'm gonna get that big fat racist W. Like, okay, that's not what you're fucking doing, bro. I'm gonna kill my, I can't say that. Oops. But yeah, no, that is not what you were fucking doing. And this just goes to show he's not being honest, even about the fucking edgy inward racism allegations, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Just be honest. Just be honest. Just be honest. Oh my fucking God. Dude, that's fucking crazy. That's
In case I
crazy.
make anything that isn't suitable for everybody. That way, the responsibility and choice at that point is the user's. If the user is not old enough to make a mature decision, their parents or guardians need a bit more than a slap on the wrist and do their fucking job.
You should have done yours, Mr. I'm 18 years old and I'm gonna draw this shit, bruh. Like, okay, bruh. Not that. I'm talking about these, the 2020 screenshots. Oh, my belly. Mr. He loves banana ham so much. Jerking off banana. Wow. Amazing. Wow. What is this? Skrill drew my baby and they're kissing. Wow. Amazing. 19. Well, no, 18 at the time. 18 or 19, something like that. I'm pretty sure he was 18 in this fucking screenshot. I'm gonna go insane. Ah! I sent you a message to
I sent you a
end
message to
racism.
end racism.
Pooh. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I hate you.
Because at the root of all of this, it always comes back to neglectful parents. I'm starting a new life. A life where I don't rely on the internet, as it should have always been. I will job seek harder than ever. I will stop chasing numbers and that sweet 30% off tax ad revenue. Art will be a hobby again. As I'm finishing writing this, I just got home from the psych ward, and my psychiatrist activated services that will help me sort out my mental
Don't
instability.
care.
Just today I found out I have a
Don't
personality
care.
disorder.
I
So
don't
that's helpful knowledge to
care.
make progress.
I don't fucking care.
Soon I might rebrand too. If other people struggle associating with
I
me,
don't care!
that's how hard it is for me to associate.
Also, don't fucking rebrand. Dude, rebranding. Yeah, other people have a hard time associating with me, and I have a hard time associating with myself. So, even though I have these allegations of being sexually inappropriate with minors and drawing sexual innuendos and engaging in fucking vor shit with 12 and 13-year-olds from 16, 17 up until the age of 19 years old, I'm just gonna rebrand. That'll help everybody. Are you trying to fucking hide? I mean, realistically speaking, you can't fucking hide. We all know who you are. But at this point, rebranding isn't something you should be fucking thinking about. Nobody wants you on the internet, pal. Just fucking... Oh my God.
It with myself. But to clear out any doubts, it's not to run from allegations. I've always thought that was stupid. People can just edit titles and warn others. And
Exactly!
kill me. I don't mind. I deserve it. Changing my username 5 years ago hasn't stopped anyone from calling me Sleepy King, you know?
Then why fucking
I
rebrand?
mostly think of it as a
No
symbol
matter...
of my fresh
Also,
start.
like, what you did cannot be associated with your brand. What you did is with you as a fucking person, regardless of your name. If your name's Unicorn Shit Fart Kitty 995 and you did this shit, people wouldn't care. You're still you, bruh. Like fucking hell. This is stupid.
A life where I don't care about what strangers think of me, but only about what I think of myself and about helping others. I've been often holding my true self back in art, in fear of doing something that people don't like, out of fear of people calling me problematic. No, don't worry, I'm not gonna draw anything illegal or the type of things I will draw at 15. But I am problematic. I will
No shit,
forever
Sherlock.
be remembered as problematic. And my chances of working in the art industry or working with big names are forever stunted. But there are many paths in life. I have lost a lot, and I will continue losing a lot. I will not let this define me for the rest of my life. In spite of what the world thinks and says, I'll keep on trying to be a good person. To those sticking around out of enjoyment or hatred,
Hi,
thank you.
buddy. That's me.
And
That's
to those
me.
that plan on
Hi.
leaving, I encourage you. Your comfort comes first. I wish you the best. From now on, I'm just an art gallery.
No, you're not. Boo! 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 Tomato! 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 Bullshit! Bullshit! This fucking sucks. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna listen to you internet bullies. I will continue to draw. Wrap it up. We all know he's gonna delete all his accounts after this. Fuck this guy. More tomatoes in the chat. More fucking tomatoes. I wish I had like a little fucking video effect where I could just smash a fucking potato. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. GoatCatto wants to throw tomatoes at this person. and beat them with a stick. Tomato. Oh my god, there's so many people. Tomato, 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 tomato. But what did we learn today? What did we learn today, chat? Twisted Doctor has not changed. I don't believe his fucking apology. A lot of the victims don't fuck with the apology. You probably shouldn't either. He's using a bunch of stupid fucking therapy talk, talking about how, hurt people hurt people. I am a victim of CSA. I don't know. I don't think that grooming and pedophilia is anything to do with what I did. Which I will say, I don't think he's a pedophile, but I do think he is a groomer. Ooh, scary word. Ooh. But after reviewing all of that and then talking to two people, his ex and then a victim, this motherfucker is dishonest. He's a snake. He doesn't actually give a shit about anybody but himself. In 2021, he was explained on how, not like direct one-on-one grooming can work, which what I mean by that is like, you may not be wanting to seek a romantic relationship with a kid or some shit, but still exposing a fucking kid to those topics when you're like an adult can be considered grooming because it's normalizing something that shouldn't be fucking normalized for your own self-pleasure. Oh, but guys, I don't have a vor kink. I don't have a vor kink. I don't like this. I don't like that. Okay, cool. You asked about, you fucking showed vor fetish artwork to kids. You engaged in role plays like that to kids, which like I said, he was 16 and they were 12 and 13. Still not fucking good, okay? And then you continued the suggestive shit after you turned 18. Amazing. Lovely. Love to see that. And then, oh my fucking god, bro. Oh my fucking god. Dude, my brain is fucking killing me. My brain is fucking killing me. My brain is killing me. Fuck me. Oh my god. Whatever. This guy's a snake. He's dishonest. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. Lame response video. I hope this guy rots. I have work in like 40 minutes, so I do need to go. But who is live right now, okay? Who the fuck is live? Oh my god. That was bullshit, bro. We will raid into dickers, okay? We will raid into fucking dickers. Oh my god. Alrighty. Okay. Well, that was painful. I hope you guys have a good day. Fuck this guy. He sucks. I hope he dies. No, sorry, that's mean. That's not my place to say I hope he dies, but I hope he gets offline and doesn't fucking come back. But anyways, bye-bye. Bye. Bye.